Today my plan is to break ground on a project that I've been wanting to get started, and that is to put a slab here on the side of the house and eventually like a freestanding roof structure so that we could use this area as an outdoor kitchen or a place to process chickens, a place to wash vegetables. I think there's a bunch of different things that we could do with this area if we had it set up right. And the sort of cherry on top is that then I will no longer have to weed whack this and take care of it. Right now this area is far from flat, so I think that'll be the first thing, to try to smooth it out as best I can. And then I think I'm gonna have to excavate a lot of the dirt out of here so that the new concrete slab is level with the existing sidewalk. There is a lot of work that needs to happen in order to bring this idea to reality, but the work won't get done unless we start doing it. That's what's going on today on Farmertylerranch. There's an old concrete footing here that is about where I think I'm gonna want the edge of my slab. So basically that means that it'll be in the way when I wanna go to build my form. Not really sure what used to be here, if maybe there was like a carport or something, but there's only like a 4-foot section of this footing left. I know I removed about 4 or 5 feet of it a few years ago, and I'm not sure why I didn't just pull the rest of this out, but today that's what we're gonna do. I think the best way to do this is to dig a tunnel underneath the footing itself so that I could wrap a chain around there, and then we'll go get the tractor and just use the hydraulics on the tractor to hopefully pop this thing out of the ground. All right, we've got a passage here underneath the concrete, so now I just need a chain and a tractor. Hold on a second. I don't know how well it's going to show on the GoPro, but I've got a big mound here, a big high spot, and I think first I'll try to run over this with the box scraper, see how much of it will grab. But I'm betting I'm going to have to come back here with the shovel, loosen this up, and then either scrape it out of here or load up the wheelbarrow and wheel it out of here. It was about here that the camera quit recording audio for some reason, so enjoy some music. I didn't have a chance to make it over to the winter pasture this morning, and I thought that actually I might have better luck seeing what's going on in the evening, because the cattle have a tendency to all come out of the trees and graze out here in the open at about sundown. Still waiting on number 11 and number 42 over here, so let's see if we can find them. I think I misspoke and said 42, I meant 41. They actually almost look identical to each other, and I often get them confused. So here she is out the window, and I don't see any calf in tow, nor does she look like she's had one. She is certainly filling up her bag though. Oh, you know what? I think I see something. Let me get my binoculars and double check. Can't actually tell, but I think this is number 11 that I'm looking at. And she kind of looks like maybe there's a new calf nearby, so let's go get a better look. Yeah, you guys probably can't see it in the grass, but there is a calf laying there without an ear tag, and she is very attentive to it, so pretty safe to say that it's hers. I'm not sure how young it is. I'm not sure I can get an ear tag in it. Nice little smoky calf. Yeah, you're not that young, are you? Well, the good news is number 11 did have a calf. The bad news is I think it might be a couple days old, and it's just been hiding in the brush from me up till now. It looks like it's probably not going to be one that I can catch unless I could catch it sleeping. So, well, we'll just have to make a note that number 11 has a smoke gray heifer. Well, that is a nice pile of calves right there. I've counted all 19 that are here are standing right here in this shot. And man, every color in the rainbow, pretty much. Out of the 19 calves here, it looks like 7 of them are black and most likely sired by Little Boy, and the remaining 12 are all out of rivet. The cattle probably have about 2 or 3 more weeks left over here before I bring them all back to the home ranch. And in that time, I am hoping that number 40, now I don't remember again, 41 or 42, whichever it is, if she in that time has her calf, then we'll have a 100% calf crop from the cows at the winter pasture. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I do not think this has ever happened before. So next morning we're down here at the ranch again to feed the bottle calves yet again. Let's see how they do today. Smokey! So that's pretty much the story with them now. They get a bottle in the morning and a bottle in the evening, just like they were getting back at home. And we'll probably keep this up for a total of like 2 or 3 months, and then maybe 1 or 2 months of just 1 bottle a day until finally we can wean them off of the bottles and just let them live on the grass. And one last thing before we leave, looks like the cows are ready for a bale. These cows probably don't really need this bale, but they seem to enjoy the variety. There's still some grass out there, but I like to just keep the feeder full this time of year because it does give them more to eat. And really, I've got to feed all this stuff that I've got in the barn still, so this is how we're doing it. All right, next job. Well, we're in the delivery truck again today. This is my last beef delivery for the year, so that part's pretty cool. Today the destination is Chico, California, and this is, I lived here for a few years while I went to college. When I say I lived here, what I mean is I lived here during the week, and then I went back to the ranch on weekends to work, but I'm somewhat familiar with this area just because of that. Usually when I'm making deliveries that are far away like this, I will bring my trailer and go to the steel yard, get oil pipe like I did in the last couple videos ago. Basically just try to make the most out of the miles that I gotta cover, but this time we're not really able to do that. But that's okay. Chico's a little bit of a drive, but it's not terrible. Some fill dirt over here. Well, you can see the next part of this is going to take me quite a while, and it's not going to be very easy. Basically, I've just got to walk this piece of square tubing on down the form and make sure that the ground is dug out enough so that I have at least 3 inches of clearance there, because I want my slab to be at minimum 3 inches thick. So this is definitely not going to get finished in this video, but it's something that over the next week, I'd imagine, I'll just keep chipping away at until I get it finished. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, and I hope I'll see you again on Farmer Tyler Ranch.